Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday, March 1st. Happy snow day.
Yeah.
Wow, we're getting a lot of snow. We're going to get a live update from our main man who loves to be outside.
Meteorologist Dillon Vogt. He's going to attempt to join our Facebook Live with us and show us the current conditions outside because all morning long we have been getting plenty of snow. So before we dive into those, totals and what's going on with that, we want to tell you can watch our Facebook Live every morning from 8 to 9. We're on your feed. You can also watch it on our InForum YouTube channel or your favorite podcast platform, inforum.com/podcast. Just look for that InForum Minute. All right, Dillon, if you're watching, we can
How do we do this?
Join. All right.
I think we do this.
Right here.
Hello. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I cannot hear you. Anything? I can't hear you. Here? Ah. One second. Okay, I can't hear you guys. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me or no? Okay. I can't hear you guys. Maybe it's this? I can't hear you guys, so I'm just kind of like going off of this, but I can tell you it's going fun. No doubt about that. Awesome.
Real heavy band of snow, and we landed under that.
That dang band. It's similar to thunderstorms. How, you get heavy rain in one cell of a thunderstorm, but 20 miles down the road, it doesn't rain a drop. It's kind of similar to that setup, but with snow, obviously. And so we had a heavy band set up right through Fargo at about 2 a.m., and it lasted until just about now, 8 a.m. So it was heavily snowing for 6 hours.
Oof.
Snowfall rates about an inch per hour. That's an estimation. I don't have a technical tool to measure that, but about an inch per hour is what we were looking at, and now we're up to 10.5 inches here at WDAY. So it's really piled up. It's a really airy, dry snow. So if you look at the snowflake itself, it's got long little arms or fingers, and so it piles up really easily, but then it blows around really easily too. So that's why we're getting impressive snowfall reports and totals, but why we also have poor visibility. We have lots of interstates that are closed and highways that are closed, and it's just a mess out there. The wind will continue to gust up near 40 miles per hour for a good chunk of time here today. So do expect blowing snow and drifting snow and all of that nasty stuff, even after the snow stops falling from the sky, which it should wrap up midday. Oh,
There he is.
Hi.
Hey, Dillon.
Can you guys hear me?
Now
Yes.
we can hear you.
Okay, well, this all the snow that was on this satellite here just fell off. It kind of scared me, but you can see.
avalanche.
Anyways, there's a lot of snow out here. No doubt about that. Hopefully, you guys can hear me now. It's still snowing. I don't know what Lydia has talked about, but I'm sure she's probably talked about the same stuff I'm going to talk about. So,
Probably.
but I'll show you what it's actually happening. We have a lot of snow out here. Our parking lot's been plowed, I think, twice, maybe 3 times now this morning. They were just out here about when we got back, so about 7 o'clock, and there's already probably another inch of snow on the ground of our parking lot again. So it's still snowing. This is 4th Avenue, so just outside of our studio. This road has not been touched at all. And what a beautiful sight this is. Not actually beautiful, but there are some spots here. Go to a sidewalk where I've been measuring. It's about 10 inches deep, at least 10.5. That was a half an hour ago, so probably closer to 11. It's up to over my shins right now, and there's a measurement. Just a quick one. One of them, 10 inches about roughly here in the open. But then we have drifts over here that are much deeper. So there we go. There's a drift that's
Look at that.
about 18. So yeah, it's snowing, and this is the light and fluffy snow too. I pick it up, it blows away. It's not the heavy snow, so when you're shoveling, it's not like the heart attack snow, some people call it. It's light and fluffy. It's pretty easy to shovel, but also that means it's easy to blow around. So something to note there. And yeah, hopefully it eventually stops. I think all you guys can hope that it stops, right?
Hopefully.
Cross our fingers.
Yeah,
right.
That's all I got. I think that's all I got. Want to know anything else? Want me to go jump in a snowbank somewhere?
How about a snow angel?
A snow angel?
No.
I don't know how I'm going to pull this off. Should I put my phone in the tree?
No. Is it an iPhone? It's waterproof. Just do it with it.
That is true, but then you can't see me make a snow angel. Okay, well, we'll figure this out. We're just going to jump, I guess.
Nice.
it comfy?
This is like, it actually is pretty comfy. Yeah, no doubt about that. I don't know if I can, this is a very big snow angel. Can I flip my camera? Ta-da!
A roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Dillon.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate
Good
it.
Not a
stuff.
very good photog. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully not giving you guys decent back home.
Before we
Okay.
let you go, Lydia,
Yeah.
I just wanted to talk a little bit, like this snow event is going to end this afternoon, but we talked a lot on your 10-day. There's still more snow. This is the first day of March, but
Yeah, I know March tends to have this like spring connotation, and it is the first day of meteorological spring.
Oh,
Happy first day.
okay.
But there are several snow chances on our 10-day. We're good to go through the weekend until the end of Sunday. If you have weekend travel plans, I try to be home by midday, early afternoon, as we do have some snow pushing in Sunday evening, Sunday night, lasting into Monday morning. Could have a messy Monday commute again.
Okay.
And then another chance of snow Tuesday and again on Friday. That's our 10-day forecast now. So not this Friday. We're talking next Friday. So quite a few days, but
All right.
it's a messy forecast.
Yeah.
Okay.
lots to
sounds
track.
And below average temperatures. So it's just really tough.
good. You just have great news.
I know.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
I
Thank you.
asked for that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lydia.
Yep.
And, I know we're going to talk about some weather related. I just want to, can we talk about the roads, as Dillon's out there?
Yeah.
I know we're going to get to that, but when she just said like going anywhere flight wise, I don't know if that's in here as well, but
No, I
like
didn't put that in there, but I know this morning there were some flights
at
that
least
were
two
canceled.
canceled,
so-
yep.
Yeah,
And delays.
If you have a morning flight, essentially, probably want to double check that that's still happening before you go to the airport.
Yeah, it's a mess out there. I can't believe how much snow we got. That's crazy. So, as road conditions deteriorated overnight, we know slick roads out there. We know, I'm guessing there's probably more reports right now if people are trying to venture out, but at least one person is in the hospital this morning after a crash in Moorhead. That crash happened on I-94 and near the 20th Street Bridge right around 10:30 last night, so early in this whole snow event. The vehicle went off the road, rolled under the 20th Street Bridge. The driver wasn't hurt, but a passenger in that vehicle did have to be taken to Sanford with some minor injuries.
Mm-hmm. Also, multiple schools, of course, being impacted by this whole thing. Fargo, Moorhead, West Fargo, students all having e-learning days today. A lot of closures on our website that have been coming in
Yep.
for schools, businesses, all that type of stuff. We also have learned that MATBUS services won't start until 9:15 today. They could be pushed back even further, as we're told, and they're saying be patient as well, because even when they do get the routes running, they might be slow commutes with the buses having to make it through all the snow. So just be patient today. We also found out that West Fargo and Fargo City offices, as well as Cass County government offices, all opening late this morning.
Well, and as of right now, and this changed like pretty rapidly throughout
Mhm.
First News this morning, but I-94 from Fargo to Bismarck is closed.
Mhm.
I-29 from Grand Forks all the way down to the South Dakota state line closed.
Yep.
So like closed, but a huge area in the southern part of North Dakota is, if you look at the DOT map, it's all red.
Yep.
No travel is advised. And really similar in Minnesota as well. They don't have no travel advisories in place right now, but the color all over the Minnesota map is pink, which means a lot of snow cover on those roads. And
Yep.
my goodness, what was that snowdrift just outside our
18 inches.
18 inches.
It's
So
crazy.
yeah, trying to drive through something like that, you're obviously going to run into some
Yeah, and we
problems.
kind of talked about it this morning. We knew we were getting snow, but like we woke up and I was like, oh wow, it
Yeah.
really snowed, especially in the Fargo Moorhead area. So I had to put the truck in 4-wheel drive and trudge my way through to work. So if you don't have 4-wheel drive this morning, you might just want to stay inside until the roads are plowed, because there's a good chance you're going to get stuck.
How many people are you going to drive home? It might
Well,
be
at
like
least 3 or 4
the Scotch
people.
shuttle service.
Seriously, I might have to start charging. I'm a good person. I'll give them rides for free.
Well, and so obviously parking is an issue. There are snow emergency routes in Fargo and Moorhead that you can't be parking. So just be aware of that going on. But we also want to update you in Detroit Lakes as well. The city leaders there are like warning people that they have declared a snow emergency. Cars left on roads will get towed, because when that's in place, you can't park on the street until it's been cleared. So I'm not exactly how that works when we're getting an inch of snow. I don't know if DL is getting what we got in Fargo Moorhead, but when you're talking an inch per hour, you need to have your car moved so they
Yeah.
can clear the streets.
And the reason we kind of highlight Detroit Lakes is because they're putting like an emphasis this season on getting cars out of the road so that they can clear their roadways. So that's kind of why they get, I guess, a shout out in this instance. All right. We also have a big local story revolving around North Dakota State University. We're getting a better picture this morning of what budget cuts at the university will look like. There's actually some good news amid all of the difficult decisions going on. We now know fewer faculty cuts are now on the table. President Cook says they might be able to get by cutting just 27.5 full-time positions. That would include 19 current employees, some of which are tenured, and 8.5 vacant positions. Originally, 34 full-time positions were facing cuts. The announcement comes as NDSU's deans gave a thumbs up to plans announced about a month ago to merge academic colleges at the university, reducing it from 7 to 5. Now, this could eliminate or teach out, as they call it, about 100 or 24 different programs, which impacts 100 current and prospective students at the university. Now, in total, they need to cut $7.6 million from their budget, which is why all of this is occurring.
This is a story we are tracking for you as well this morning. The death toll is rising this morning after a passenger train collided with an oncoming freight train in northern Greece. We know at the time there was an explosion, a lot of heavy, fire and heavy black smoke. We did get to see some of the video of the aftermath, and it was just a mess. I don't know where first responders and investigators are even going to start. One of the trains was actually packed with hundreds of passengers. So at least from when we started First News this morning, 32 people are confirmed dead, more than 80 others injured. So a big story coming out of Greece this morning.
All right, a rare show of bipartisanship in Washington. The House Select Committee on China says it is focused on Beijing and the potential dangers that it could bring upon the U.S. Several high-profile witnesses testified yesterday, including the former National Security Advisor. Now, separate from those hearings, lawmakers have another concern, and that is specifically China's relationship with Russia, given all of the ongoing conflict, the war in Ukraine, what's going on with that. U.S. officials say they have given China fair warning that there will be consequences if it aids Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So that's something to continue watching, of course.
I want to remind you to watch Dom Izzo and Hot Mike this morning from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and InForum.com. He has great guests every day. And, of course, we're leading into another great weekend of high school sports. I believe it's North Dakota girls state hockey coming up this weekend. And, of course, I know people have been talking, the breakdowns for all the other state championship sports that are coming up over the next couple of weekends. So we're really in the heart of that right now.
Yep. Also, before you go out this morning, make sure we want to tell you about our deal for InForum.com. For your first 3 months, you can get a 99-cent all-access pass to everything on there. That's your local news. Today of importance, obviously, your weather. There's an ongoing blog about the weather conditions and all your updated highlights about what's going on weather-wise. Also, your local sports. You want to keep up on that. InForum is a great place to do that. So take advantage of that deal.
And remember to join us live on air. Of course, we have the 11 o'clock newscast coming up here this morning. And Dillon is back inside after making that snow angel for us here at the beginning of this live update. But he'll have the very latest snow totals and kind of see where that system is at 11 o'clock. And then this afternoon again, starting at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10.
And before we let you go as well, remember the Moorhead Dairy Queen historic DQ there opens today. It is opening at 10 o'clock this morning, so you can go get a blizzard while you deal with blizzard-like conditions. It's open until 10 o'clock tonight.
I love it. Yeah, it's a big deal. And actually, the owner of the DQ said, actually when it's bad weather, it just adds to the excitement. He thinks there's probably going to be a line. Yeah. So he was out there shoveling, away from the window. So you can go get in line, get your spring blizzard at the Moorhead DQ.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe out there.